All right, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Chexy. Welcome back to a live commentary Fortnite Save the World Endurance Mode. First, what we're going to do, just on the agenda, I am going to go through and walk through each of the amplifiers, each of the builds first, and then I'm going to do a live playthrough, probably the first 20 waves. I don't think I'm going to go for the whole thing. Maybe we'll see how I'm doing. I'm actually super tired in the middle of texting, talking to everybody about what's going on in the NBA draft or the NBA free agency. So let's get started. This build right now is a little bit modified. It's a little bit better than the build that got me to wave 25 in solo, where I died to player error, and then wave 29, where we spawned at home base. So I fixed up home base. Home base is a recurring spawn, so there's that. I am using my solo loadout, which is Frozen Castle for the snare, Rushed Rush for dealing with mini bosses. A lot of people prefer Machinist Harper. To be honest, if I tend to see my traps sitting at 4 and 8, things 4 and 8 durability uses left prior or before or at the end of waves all the time, right? And that's why I'm using Machinist Harper. I'm like, why? Let them burn out at the very end of the round. I'd rather deal with that than having them burn out the beginning of the waves. So that's the reason for that. I'm using Rush Rush, obviously tough traps. I'm using Supercharged as my main ability, Electrified Floors, and Feel the Bass. I'm not sure if this is going to be the final loadout that I'm able to complete in solo with. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and look at this. So we're literally just walling off this entire side. This was our downfall, actually, is that we had too many husks splitting paths. We can totally get away with this right here. Just walls on that side, walls right here, and everything will walk up here. To get your extra damage, I will be placing floor launchers down there, only if I need the extra build pieces. Because if we look, I'm at 8 structures. So if I need the extra, I'll put floor launchers right there. Everything will ship from over here, get booped up. I put some extra walls here that'll prevent the husks from wrapping around for the most part. Sometimes they still will. We're just going to go in order around. We're going to go over to the Devil's Amplifier. I do have some of these right here. We're going to kind of, well, actually, we're going to go out of order a little bit. We're going to kind of go in precedence order. So, Devil's Amp. Devil's Amp is the hardest amplifier in the game. It has 3 spawn points. Here we go and fit a tiny little tunnel in right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend some extra resources spawn trapping them. There is a top spawn, which is where I'm standing. And there is a bottom spawn. Bottom spawn, very easy. There's a lot of room in the trap. It's not very hard to get that one done. Going in here, the first 2 tiles in every trap tunnel, the first 2 or 3 tiles, depending on how much room I have, I am putting down reload gas traps. Yes, I am using multiple gas traps for this build. So at the start of all the tunnels, I'm putting, at Devil's Amp, those all have reload on them. These do not inside the tunnel. Inside the tunnel, I'm going with double crit damage because these traps do not get triggered nearly as often as you would want to have the reload on it. Reload gives you like 100% uptime. It's great for like the start of tunnels where you're going to have a lot of traffic, but they will start thinning things out. Anywhere that I have spawn trapped, the tunnels are committed fully to double crit damage, no reload on the gas traps. You need every bit of damage to start taking out these big, thick smashers. Moving in, we're going for double timeout boxes right here. Very simple concept. They get stopped, they get thrown, they get frozen, and then they die. And then we're going to follow that up with just some throw traps, as well as throw traps down there. Lava shield, just make sure you start it back behind the little bomb that falls down. Just always make sure whenever you build a lava shield, stand there and watch 1 or 2 bombs hit the ground. Always stand there. Moving on over, we'll do Devil's North last. This design, not the entire design, but the theory behind this design actually came from capsules. If you push the build all the way out this far, it's actually too far for the lobbers to lob. So you don't need a lobber shield on this side so long as you build it all the way out to the husk spawn, right? So the husk spawn right all in this area. And then they'll go ahead, walk through, timeout box here. This is kind of a pick a path plus a force some over to this path. These are just our pseudo timeout boxes. We'll get everything to come down onto these traps right here and boop up. You'll never have an issue on Devil's West coming this way. You have so much room. So much room right here. They'll walk straight down. You'll have absolutely zero problems. You can... I was building over this for the longest time. And I decided to go against it because there's always the issue that the Husks may end up trying to beat through. So we're just going to take that out of the equation and just shove them all down this way. They have no problems pathing that way. And so that's the upper Devil's West, very, very simple. And then you have lower Devil's West, which is kind of... so again, we have our reload gas traps all down here for trapping them. They literally spawn right here. They'll probably end up breaking some of this. I could probably thin out some of this for extra builds. Coming up here, these are our bigger, heavier hitting gas traps, as well as our pushers to throw them into the throwers. We are throwing up a 4-tile high lobber shield right here. The lobbers will come in here and throw. Hence why this right here. This lobber shield should prevent all of that from happening, however. But if you get a smasher wave here, if you get wave 15 here, the smashers will come through here. The smashers will, and there's a lava bomb that hits, so we have to build a little weird for this. And then just a series of the floor launchers. Now we're coming over to the Devil's North. Devil's North, the biggest pain in the ass in the game. Oh my lord, this is it. This is where runs get failed on wave 24. Because trust me, I was failing wave 24 for the longest of times, but we finally got it down. We have all of our wall darts in the back, our gas traps right where they spawn, and then they walk through. We're just using timeout boxes here. Very important. I, for the longest time, put a wall here. I don't know why, but I was putting a wall there. We're not going to put a wall there any longer. We are going to encourage the Husks to come through here. Don't mind all my floating traps. I hate them. We are going to encourage the Husks to fly through here, and then some are going to walk under here. Again, these first 3 gas traps all have reload on them. The rest of the gas traps that you see under here all have double crit damage instead of a reload. These traps need to be killing everything they touch. And then the zappers at the very end and a couple more gas traps. They will try to beat through this. They will try to beat this out. So what we're going to do is just a nice little amount of... do a nice little amount of wall staring for them. Also, this is going to be our base location. Oh, I didn't show my base location. Base location is right up there on favoring the right side. Base location right here. I don't actually leave these built, and I will break these down. This is just for visual representation. This is where I will place my base. It kind of doesn't matter running mega base, but if you're running somebody with a smaller base, it will matter. And then over here, it is on that tile right there that is not upgraded. That is where we will place our base. So let's continue on over. Very important to know. Wave 24 is always at this amplifier. And wave 25 is always at D, and that is the UFO wave. So wave 24, it's a hellacious wave. It's a lot of smashers, a lot of propanes. There's nothing special about the wave. It's just a very hard wave. So what we're going to do for our mobility... Oh, also, I shouldn't have upgraded this. Actually, I think somebody in my base upgraded this. I edit this out when I come down, and then I rebuild it at the end of the wave. So that gives me the access to come up here to place my base, as well as go over to the beach amplifier for wave 25. So we're going to jump down there. And then we're going to jump right here. And boom. Now we're here ready for the UFO wave. We have a choice. If I need to place my base over there, there's the tile for it. Or I can just run down and place my base here. And now we are at what we are going to be calling the beach amplifier. This is the beachside amplifier. We have 2 spawns. We have one to the south and one to the east. So let's go ahead and take a look at the east. This east amplifier, you should literally never have a single issue on this amplifier. Honestly, should never have a single issue. We're going to go ahead and expend our materials for all of our reload gas traps. These will eventually be my gas trap. I haven't changed all of my gas traps over. It's one of the things I'm in the process of. These will be crit damage gas traps, as well as the ones in here will be crit damage gas traps. There is another little miner spawn over there. Obviously, we have the hole for them, as well as the ones that get recycled. We're going to make it around the backside. Will also come back through here. However, we also added one additional feature here. I, for the life of me, cannot stop the husks from beating through here. I cannot stop it. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're good little husks and they don't do it. So, thank you to Matthew. He showed me this little strategy. You bring them up here. And then in case they want to stop and beat here, you just fling them out this way. And then now they're on your natural path. As well as behind this. Go ahead and show it. Get that final upgrade. We do have just the extra little blocking out right here. And this should just prevent all the husks from coming through. Hopefully. I've done like 2-3 runs here and haven't seen any problems with the husks. I think one time I had something beating on the wall, but ended up getting shoved out of the way. So it wasn't any problem. As you see there, a little meteor to watch out for. Again, very simple. Pushers into this. These will probably turn into... I'll probably turn this into more... excuse me. I'll probably turn this more into an actual timeout box. Or maybe like one timeout box here, and then there's just 2 floor launchers. Then there's one little special thing that I do for the beach east. Is I just use a bunch of delay right here. Just anything that makes their way all the way around, throw them out into the ocean, and then let them recycle back. Works absolutely fantastic. This lava shield here just kind of hasn't bothered me. Lava shields are all just kind of on you. Also, just all these wall pushers right here, and then 2 double crit damage gas traps right here. Sometimes husks just want to come over and beat. It's always just a hustling, so we're just going to take care of them. What you want is them pathing into here, flowing into our beach south entrance. So beach south, it's a little bit wonky. So if you're familiar with Twine 10 or most of the spawns in the game, this is where they spawn. They all spawn down here. However, they like to spawn up here. I don't know why, but they do. So this is where our gas are going to go. Obviously, this is all reload. Some will like to go this way. We're going to head tar trap them, throw them down. Tar trap them, throw them back. And just try to take care of them. Some husks will also come up through here. Just let them have their own little tunnel system. A couple little walls right here. I did do this at one point, and then I had flingers walk up on top and start flinging on me. So just the walls to stop them if they do decide to break through somewhere a little bit crazy. Devil South, I mean, it's kind of just self-explanatory. Husks come up here, they're going to get thrown back. I do have the Fister and the floor launcher right here. Whatever they get into the timeout box or get thrown to death, whichever happens. My Fisters have double reload on them, so they will proc faster than the floor launcher, so you kind of get both going on. I kind of don't personally like this, but I am using it here on this tile, and then through throwing launchers. Again, UFO wave, we're preparing for Krampus. We're preparing for Krampus. And then here, same thing. We have the Fister and the floor launcher. They go off different times than each other to try to push the husks back over this way to then let them get thrown again right here. This is a little bit shaky of a build. Again, this is the first, this is actually probably the 3rd iteration of my build. This is the first iteration that I am happy with. This iteration can and will win the endurance mode. Again, all of my failures have been due to player errors. Well, not only player errors, because of me errors, because of Czech's errors. It was never my teammates. It was always me. My unwillingness to build the regular base was the reason we lost on 29. Because like literally we were AFK for 28 waves. It was actually literally AFK. Besides shooting UFOs. And then here we have this. I just leave this turned down. If I need to, if stuff starts making it through, I will turn it up. And then do what I can here for damage. Again, going over here for the pit. Or sorry, for the timeout box. Very, very, very efficient smasher killer. So, let's go on to the next amplifier. I forget what this amplifier is called. I believe this is called the Valley amplifier. I call it C because I think everybody has this as their C for some reason. Most everyone I know has this as their C. But it's the Bali amplifier, I believe. So, important to note, this right here. This right here is going to make the husks all come up here and deter the husks from this side from wanting to walk that way for whatever reason. I honestly don't get it, but it happens. Fizzers there, going to, again, help manipulate the husks to come over this way, and they will. 2 timeout boxes. The top 3 are with, the first 2 are with reload, I believe, and the ones inside are with crit damage. I forget the exact breakdown that I had. But always prior to the crit damage, or the crit damage. Actually, the crit damage might only be inside. Yeah, it might just be the 4 inside. These all might be reload on these ones out here. But again, just pretty simple. Throw them in timeout boxes, kill them, get them to come around, come through another sneaky little timeout box here. And again, I know the 4 in here for fact are the crit damage launchers. Come up here, 2 more crit damage launchers, and then the last 2 floor tiles. Again, even the heaviest of smashers, they will get up here, but they will get flung. You know, when by the time they get here, 1 fling will get them taken care of. Plenty of spots to do slow field. Our base location here is right here. And again, this is a super useful tool. Is just kind of marking out where your base is going to be. I don't actually do it. I know a lot of high-end players. I know Laura does it. Like a lot of players make like, you know, I should do it to help guide you guys, but I personally think I'm fine without it. My base goes here, however, but I do have traps, so I do not have this one marked. But this is where my base goes. Let's go ahead and take a look at this amplifier. A couple of wall darts down here. I have to put these walls anyways to stop them from walking around the side. So we're just going to put it like this. I think this lava shield needs to go out 1 more, but I do believe right here the husks are to... I don't know, when we do our run, we'll probably see 1 here. We'll see if the flingers fling here. If they do, we know what the problem was. I did have it extended out 2 more tiles, but I needed to pull space. So I actually changed this. That's what Endurance mode has really been coming down to for me, is when I find a little tiny issue, you know, changing it, fixing it up. That should work. Again, I have 7 builds left. So let's see if that works and if I can maintain my 7 builds. Super simple. First 2 traps. Again, reload the rest of the way through. They have the double crit damage. They come down, and then it's just 4 launchers. A very, very easy amplifier to build. You almost can't screw it up. Moving over, we're going to go to our Hill amplifier. This is an amplifier if you hear people refer to as Hill. This is Hill. Let's see, we have a base goes right on top over there. I upgraded it. Whoops. And then, yeah, you know what? Matthew was in here. I think he was running around upgrading everything that I missed, but it's all good. I should mark him out like this. We're gonna look at this tunnel last because that tunnel is super glitchy. But this is what I've been doing. Spawn traps again, all reload, and then the extra wall darts. I don't build anything down here for the husks. I've never had an issue. The only thing I build is right here. The lobbers and flingers do like to come here, but I just put the 1 little wall. Very important, these 2 tiles right here, the lobbers will throw through that little tiny crack in the ground. So I do this. I've never had an issue. I've literally never seen a lob from this area, so we're going to call that good. First layer, again, first 3 gas traps on the first layer are all reload. The rest are just double crit damage going through. There's so much damage in this tunnel. Anything that makes it through gets to the timeout box and is dead. And anything that makes it further through gets thrown up. Now, we're just going to change this right now. The bowlers break the impact guard on husks. And then they don't get launched. My wall lights that you see that I do have placed only have 3 times impact on it, and I'm debating on going down 1 more impact. Most of the time you'll see the wall lights go off and not break the impact guard, and then it allows the floor launchers to go off. But I am having the occasion that it does. So I'm thinking wall launchers almost with, or excuse me, wall lights with absolutely no impact on them might be the way to go. Just like they basically don't do anything, right? Like basically don't do anything. And then that's like kind of the point, is you just want them adding impact. You don't want them breaking impact. So I may make that switch in the future. Again, as I make updates and make this base more well refined, I will do videos and demonstrations like this. This will just be the most in-depth. Now, this is the worst amplifier in the game for me because I have floating traps everywhere. Literally floating traps everywhere. But it's okay. We're going to do the best we can with it. I've never had a lobber shield. I'm not going to get a lobber shield. I think I had it out one more tile, actually, at one point in time. Yeah, I did have one tile going out across, and I was just like, man, they're so low. They're probably not going to lob from here, and we're just going to assume they're not going to lob. A couple little fisters. We want them to come in this way. Very important to know about this amplifier. I actually never knew this before. The husks don't want to come up here. The husks don't want to come up here because they can't. They have to come up here. So the husks actually, their natural pathing aggroes them to this. Like this is where the husks naturally want to path to. So we're going to push everything down this side. Again, you guessed it. First 2, double reload. The rest, double crit damage. They get thrown in here. They get thrown up. Pretty simple. These end up being like kind of super clutch because they're giving me like the extra impact back. I wish Epic would take them out. I don't feel good about them having them there with this new design. In my old design, they triggered propane because of how my old design was. So I really, really, really didn't like it. Here we have our shortcut over to E. It's going to take us right over to F. And F's going to take us right over to E. The reason why, well, Devil's Amp, excuse me. Devil's Amp. The reason why Devil's Amp is so important to get to because it's the amplifier that needs the most babysitting because of the 3 spawns. There's just always a lot more going on. We have our north and west tunnels, as you see where they are. Boop, 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 boop. Let's take a quick look at the north first. Again, it's pretty simple. I walled off right here. Walled off right here, and I wall off that whole side over there for the flingers. It might actually be cheaper just to give the flingers their own little tunnel right there. Like, just to be 100% honest, count the build cost up for all this building right here, and then see if it'd just be cheaper for you to make a tunnel build tile-wise. It probably is. That'll probably be the next thing that I look at changing, is that specifically this right here. If you get too close, you will aggro the minis to this, so you want to make sure that you're staying on the amplifier at all times. So, in here, double timeout boxes to start. And then here, we have to do the timeout box to the throwy trap. Reason we have to do that is because we can't put a ceiling here, because our top side is going to be coming through here. Yes, we have a double entrance on this tunnel, because goddamn, I cannot get the husks to stop walking this way. So they go through. Oh yeah, replacing traps. We're down to 5 builds. Also note, all of my tar traps need to be replaced. I haven't actually perked out my tar traps for all durability yet. So I'm actually not ready to do a full run because my tar traps only have 57 uses. If you're going to use tar traps, you absolutely need to have all durability on them because you're not using them for damage because damn, they suck. There you go. Pretty easy peasy build. They spawn up here sometimes and they like to walk up here. And so they walk down into here. And then down into here. And then some husks from here get shoved over to here to then walk through this. Right? So we just kind of disperse them out a lot. And then we have our boopers right here. We're going to just throw them up. Very, again, easy peasy amplifier. On occasion, if your positioning is bad and you get too close, you will notice that they will break that wall right there. Right next to your base. They will, if you get too close. They will, again, husks are weird. Coming over to, and this is bridge amp. For anybody wondering, this is also known as bridge amp. So we come over here. I block off this side. Until I have the problem of smashers coming through there, I'm blocking off this side. I've done the wave 15 smasher wave here. They all pass through my tunnel, so. Until I see a problem, I don't believe it exists. Here again, this little wall for the lobbers. Eventually, they do like beating this wall. At some point in time, the little tiny husks and lobbers love to come over here and beat this wall. They absolutely love it. I don't know why. They're dicks. I don't like them. They break that wall, and then you just have to make sure you babysit them. Again, it could be a positioning thing. I've never seen it in a solo. I've only seen it playing with a group that I have seen that. Coming up here, it's just all boxes to throwing them up. That's all it is. It's 1x2s with the extension for the box throw it up. I haven't changed this tunnel over yet. I will probably just turn these into kill boxes eventually. I'll probably turn these into kill boxes eventually. Little serpentine, everything gets booped. We just sit back on the amplifier and laugh. Now, unless I made a mistake, that is every amplifier that can be attacked during the endurance mode. And remember, home base can be attacked. I didn't believe it for the longest time. God, all it took was me losing on wave 29 because I have literally like 4 traps on it to decide. So now I will start reading the chat, and this will turn into more of a live stream environment. If you guys have any questions, anything else like that, feel free to ask. And yeah, we'll have a conversation, and we will do a mock run. My run is not going to go well. My tar traps aren't teched out. This is not going to end pretty for me. YouTube stream, what is going on? I wanted to do an upload, but I figured that the only proper way to do a video talking about your endurance base is to not only say it, but then to show it. To show what you're doing. To show it in action. And I don't want to record 3 hours or 2 hours of footage or an hour and a half, whatever it happens to be, and then spend the time uploading it when I could just stream directly, So, here we go. As the, again, we failed here. We made huge improvements, though. Little death box here at the end. Just to put the candy on top. And then, again, if I get a spawn here a second time, stuff will have been broken, and I will put fuller launchers down. I'm not putting them down from the start. Actually, I will leave those. I was going to pick up the floors, too. What's up, capsules? The tar trap? Just use, 106 tar traps. Yeah, you're not using the tar traps for damage. So wait, why 106? Why wouldn't you just use them 3-star? Or no, you say that because show each amp. Sorry, you're late. You'll have to click back in the VOD. I will show each amp as we're going through. You're about to watch me play it, but I'm not going to get near them. I'll show off a little bit. The tools I use. Wait. We're back to the YouTube video really quick. The tools I use. I have 1 nature weapon, 1 fire weapon, 1 water weapon. It broke. I need to craft one. I also need to craft a gravedigger. I don't intend to be shooting so much right now, and I can always just use my energy bobcat. I'm not going for a win. I'm just letting everybody know at some point I might just back out. Neon sniper rifle, absolute must have for sniping stuff that might go venture off and start hitting a wall. Absolutely need a neon sniper to watch what is going on. Right? So that is like your absolute number one. You need 3 Eudomons. Yes, they are Yitomons. You need 3 Eudomons for the UFO if you're soloing. You need 1 at least if you're running this as a group. It is the UFO killer. I also recommend that's it. Oh wait, sorry. I also recommend a movement speed hammer for running around and a double heavy attack efficiency Sir Lancelot for bullying mini bosses. So I was doing it with just my regular Lancelot, and guess what? It doesn't work. You don't get enough uses. You have to get this one right here. You have to get the double heavy attack efficiency. Go out, trade for one, find a friend to make it for you. Ask me to make it. I eventually will make mine. And then, yeah, besides that, make sure you have plenty of traps crafted. I'm not replacing anything in this run because, again, I don't intend to win. Unless, I don't know, maybe. These runs are hard because I've said this before where I'm like, man, I am going to quit at wave 20. And then I go to freaking wave 30, wave 25. It's like, I just don't stop. It's like, I need to go all the way. What's up, Felix? 106 and 130 has the same Dura. Oh, okay. Yeah, so just use the 106 tar traps if you don't have the oxidized and mechanical parts to craft them. And the quartz. But yeah, so just always make sure you have enough traps. Oh, other pro tip. Drop half your ammo. drop half your ammo before you start a run. The reason for this is very simple. If you're a console plebeian like me, you cannot, you can't place traps if you're trying to interact with an object, and ammo stops you. The ammo stops you from placing traps. So you want to just, as you're running through the tunnel, be picking up ammo. So we're just going to go ahead and drop some off. All the extra ammo I get, I'm just going to end up giving away to people on Twitch if people ever come and need ammo or something like that. I don't think you ever need to keep bulk stacks of ammo, but that's the only reason I keep it. I would just drop your ammo. Because again, your traps are going to be killing. Yeah, and then other than that, let's go ahead and... I like to keep the Yeomon as my secondary weapon, because it's really, really good for stunning the takers. It got high enough impact to sit there and just be smacking the takers around as well. So let's go. As you see, we're 28 out of 29 cleared.
Disabled the storm shield, which means there is no barrier between
So it's
you
up.
and the hordes outside. Let's start the clock.
It's not going to let you play space right away, and you're going to get triggered. And then it'll let you play space, and now you're happy. Happy, happy, happy. And the AFK-a-thon sits around because this is what endurance is. It's AFK for 23 waves. It's literally AFK for 23 waves. What's up, Aaron? What's up, Felix? Oh, that's Willie for Twitch. Yeah, what's up, Willie? What's up, Ergnall? What's the biggest takeaway from running endurance these past weeks? Just pathing and like the amount of stuff you're able to actually do in the game. Like the stuff you're able to do, like just bully mini bosses and stuff like that. Like, it's just cool. My friends with the company, he was talking on your stream about your videos and how you're toxic. Whatever. Gumby thinks I'm toxic, he thinks I'm toxic. But yeah, it's crazy the amount of stuff you can actually accomplish. Again, the fact that people are soloing this mode is really, really, really cool. No, this is not the run. I'm literally saying it's not the run. Because again, after I kind of see every tunnel in action, like, probably... See, like, I feel like I actually have to go to wave 25, but I don't want to have, like, a 2-hour video. But I'm sure people will enjoy watching it. I don't know, we'll see. If chat's active, I'm sure I'll just run the whole thing. And by whole thing, I meant till I die. So yeah, here it is. And we built all this for the starting wave where the husks are literally power level 127. Oh. Controller died again. But yeah. Also, I have slow field. I do need to commit to teleporter because there's a couple amplifiers that you want to be using your teleporter on. My double crit damage. My double crit damage is literally just replace the reload with crit damage. I think Capsules does double crit rating, and they work really, really well. Again, he actually Capsules soloed today, and inside his timeout boxes, he uses double crit rating, double crit damage on his double crit rating, double crit damage on his whatchamacallits. You could just pin timestamps for 2 key waves in the comments. Yeah, maybe if somebody else wants to do that, sure. I'm not going back and do that. I'm toxic. And here we go. And again, husks are literally just going to kill my durability because they're douches. PS4 controller happens all the time, yeah. PlayStation controllers are not known for being good because they're not. Again, I guess I could have recorded and edited this down, but We're going to look at everything. We'll look at the durability cost per wave. And it varies wave to wave. So. Yeah, it's pretty crazy on YouTube. I've literally made 2 videos that were like not save the world content related. And it's like, you're toxic because you have an opinion. It's like, sorry, my opinion differed from yours. It's crazy how the children use that word. What's my hero loadout? This probably isn't the final hero rush loadout I will go with. I'm using electrified floors and feel the base because I don't find anything else necessary. I was using Longbull, but Longbull was just killing me all the time. I find sometimes I live through bull rushing of the boss. Your video is wrong with legacy floor spikes? What's wrong about it? I mean, I literally showed exactly how they work. What was wrong, though? I could look into it. Oh, I would play music too, by the way, but, you know, copyright restrictions. My bad, YouTube. You don't get the full stream experience. We'll turn the music on in the game. Oh, JK, what music? Bull Rush cooldown is... I'm not sure, actually. I'm actually not 100% sure. As you see, they didn't even get close. Like, they actually literally didn't get close. Let me go over and get over to... Nah, you know what? Actually, we don't need to go Devil's Amp yet. We're not in that much of a hurry to get there. Ooh, wait. Propane's though. Oh, yeah. Cat Strucker Penny. Yeah, it's Cat Strucker Penny that gives the Bull Rush cooldown.
We have a break in the action.
So as you see, we took about 24 uses there on an early wave.
Prepare for an attack from the north.
Go ahead and look at this tunnel here. Oh, see, they didn't pad over for me here. That's weird. They did go up there, though. Oh, they broke this tile. I'll have to look into that tunnel. Let's see. There also, the spawn fluctuates. I'm going to assume that that's probably just spawn fluctuation, because the spawn doesn't always spawn in exactly the same way every time. Yeah, we got Devil's North. It's actually probably bad for me to be over here for Devil's North. Devil's North is always kind of bad. This will be a good showing right here, though. What to do if you get to an amplifier late, you die at the end of the wave or something like that. Which is why I finally implemented this right here, or the little rush thing, or the little jump pads. What we're gonna do if we're late to an amplifier, we're not ever going to rush our base. We're never going to rush our base out to the spawn, right? We're just going to put it as close as we can as to not aggro propane. Again, that's 3 tiles forward distance. It's not worth it. My first time to wave 24, I made that mistake and literally did that. And I rushed it out, and then we ended up dying. So, that wasn't good. Let's see, we got a little smasher guy. Oop. He's still early enough to kill him. So let's go ahead and do that. Which is why I like having a fire physical water nature weapon. You don't have Cat Sucker? So Gummy said it doesn't slow faster. Did he show proof of that though? Because that's wrong. That's how they used to work. Floor spikes used to slow every single thing that touches it. They no longer work that way. They only slow when dealing the damage. Things have changed over time in the game, though. Oh, well. Well, mishandled that situation. Little smasher got through. Also, banner every wave. I'm terrible at placing my banner. My bad. See, we are getting the action in there that we want. Just nothing's making it through. I don't know why the smashers went through. Let's I'm gonna actually stand over on this side to help aggro the husks more this way. Very, very important to know where you're standing aggroes the husks differently. The husks are always aggro to you no matter where you're at. I can go to the complete opposite side of my SSD and the husks will try to path to me. Is there any advice for someone who's not trying to waste placement spaces? Small incremental changes. If you have a tunnel that's killing everything every time. Oh, you know what? I went over there and look at that. Oh, man. Bad placement. So, that's just for me standing there. Pulled the husks over to that direction. We're not going to pay too much mind for that. That's the first time I've seen it happen. So, we're not actually going to put too much value on what just happened there. Very important to remember that and to kind of decipher what exactly went wrong. Rather than just making a change every single time something goes wrong, right? And small incremental changes. You never want to change everything right away. You never want to like completely revamp something that's already working pretty much all the time. You want to make small incremental changes, change one tunnel at a time so you can monitor different behaviors and interactions going on with the husks. So here we did get D south. Oh, I forgot I added these. Yeah, I forgot I added these. This is my bad. It's tornado wave. Again, there we go. If I am going to slow field, I'm slow fielding there. And then we come back here and get killed by the tornado. Feels good, man. Is it possible to do Twine Endurance without tar pit? Oh yeah, for sure. I just started implementing the tar pits now. But yeah, so go ahead, Dorian Dark, if you want to test it for yourself, go ahead and get two husks walking together offset. And then have one of them hit the slow spikes. And you'll see that the second one will catch up and pass the other one while on the slow spikes. If you get what I'm saying? And then when it goes off again, like you can physically see the husk moving slower. Again, this is something that has changed. Oh, that's not good. Oh, you know what? Got thrown up by the, whatchamacallit. Oh, that did not stagger him near as long as I thought it would. Whoops. Yeah, this tornado wave is kind of... I hate this tornado wave because stuff like this happens and stuff gets thrown all over the place by the tornado. And then now you have smashers literally on top of your base. And you're like, oh, well, thank you. We're going to go ahead and pre-edit doors. Oh, this is something I didn't talk about earlier. Have your doors pre-edited. And edit doors into everything. Reason being is for takers. That just becomes your taker box.
Yeah, not possible.
We also need to make sure that we come back through here and replace all the traps. How many tickets do I have? Like 8,000?
Sorry. Oh, husks, man. Am I right?
We'll try it later, yeah. Yeah, anybody that uses them will tell you they notice a difference immediately. I remember the day I noticed, and Capsules, who was here, Jay Brooks, like a lot of the guys who play all the time will tell you like the double reload makes a monstrous difference. Again, everything used to proc off of them, but they don't anymore. And again, verifiable in testing. But if you have so if you have a husk, if you have one husk hit the tile first, he won't hit again till like back here. So what you do is you'll stagger the husks. You have like one husk hit it here and the other husk be like right here. When they hit, the first husk will hit. The second husk will end up walking on the slow spikes past the first husk until the second proc. And then start walking the same speed.
I don't like this.
Again, relate to the party. Very important what I'm going to do here. I'm going to add that piece there. I'm going to relate to every single one of these parties. And we're going to edit that piece off. The husk will want to beat that and it will aggro propane. Oh, this is boss wave. Wave 5 boss. So what we're going to do is boss wave. We're going to grab our spear. We're ready to poke him. So we're going to do a couple things to his he's going to want to path to here, but we need to change his pathing over to there. He's not acid pool, which is beautiful.
Get out of here. Jerks.
Not going to do it. So we're going to edit ourselves up. We're going to go ahead and my bull rush in and go. Alright, we're going to have to use the bull rush here. Throw him over here for right now. Put our wall back. We're not going to get used to aggroing the or throwing the bosses off that side. We actually need to throw him off over there. If this is a damage pulse boss and we throw him off. Yeah, get over that side. Yeah. That's where I need you to go. And into the lava goes. He's dead, and we're all back good in the hood. Very important, I used to have my pyramid here. Don't put your pyramid there, because you'll clip off the edge and you'll not make it up, and you get super triggered every time it happens. And then we're going to use that pyramid to jump up his course. Or of course. To plan for the content after a successful solo run. Solo run without gravity traps, without fall damage. And then if I can ever complete that, I don't know, back to complaining about the game. JK. This is back to the regular grind that I do every day. Hopefully we get more content before that happens. So, because again, as long as I could stream the game for 9 hours a day, I'm fine. Yeah, see, our floating trap impacted once there, and then our other one impacted. Kind of sucks I had the floating traps, but there's nothing I could do about it. What do you advise? Critical build or double reload on the broadside? Here's the build I'm using. Just a normal build. No real reason to do multi-build there. Or do like a different build. I guess you can consider double reload, but if you do stuff like double reload, you have to realize that, like, is your trap going to burn out too often? Is your trap going to physically burn out too often? I believe this is nature wave. You'll see the nature smashers are going to make it through. They always do. Yeah, nature smashers will make it through. They always do. Although I did add the timeout box here at the end. So I used to have a fall damage trap right there. But what happened is the smasher gets thrown in. And then it impacts once. And then he's out already. So I don't know if that was helping him get impacted here or not. I don't really know. Hello? I screwed something up. I did just do a little bit of a remodel. So what we're gonna do is wonder what the hell is going on. But how we're going to wonder what's going on is this right here. You know, I just got done telling Matthew earlier, I've never had a problem down here before. Matthew was sitting there saying, oh, you don't tunnel him down here? And I said, I've literally never had an issue. And then immediately have an issue. The second, I knew this was going to happen too. I knew this was going to happen. And look, he literally just walked away. Yep, so I go ahead and add that. Again, I've never seen this before. So, and I've only done like 20 or so runs. Alright, now we gotta go spawn at the start. Hopefully that flinger doesn't end this run right here. That's weird. Yeah, flingers, man. And I've had wave 6 here a bunch of times. There are, so the spawns do fluctuate, and I may have just gotten like a little bit more of like a rarer spawn. So I'll actually go ahead and address that right now, because again, this is supposed to be my demo video, and I'm actually getting like the worst luck ever. But this is the thing with endurance mode, is when you run into a problem like this, you find a way to fix it, and then it's like, okay, how do I get the builds from another build to fix this problem now, right? And that's all you're ever doing in this mode. It's always, hey, I had this problem, now how do I fix it? So yeah, see, so wherever they spawned, all of my gas traps fell apart. So let's go ahead and fix that and literally just cap that off. And then he shouldn't want to go here anymore. But whatever happened with the spawn is literally all of my gas traps fell as well. So let's call that a little bit of a rare spawn. If it happens, it happens. It gives me build spaces for later. As you see, only one smasher made it through, besides the yellow flinger. Boop. Yeah, and then that's like the other thing about this mode is just always stay calm. Always just stay cool, calm, collective. There's no reason to panic. Just always make sure, worry about your positioning, where you stand. Again, some of the weird stuff that's happening might be because I am going out of position. I'm walking too far to the left to show stuff, too far to the right. But my build is, I think everybody's build is like, I'm good to be on my amplifier at all times. If I'm on my amplifier, basically nothing weird happens, besides the stuff I said earlier. You know what it was? I used to have a wall of wall spikes on going down that side as well, and I took those off, and I didn't think about flingers walking over. So that should, like, just the two walls there should fix it. Because again, I had more spawn trap up there, but I got rid of it. So if I wonder if that was a part of the issue. Again, all of my gas traps fell as well, which I haven't seen before. Do you think this is the correct direction for endgame content? Yes. This is... Imagine you just bought the game. You play through Stonewood. You get Stonewood SSD 10 done. And you're like, damn, finally we did it. SSD 10 done. And then it's like, oh, hey, now here, welcome to a pit of hell where you have to play for 3 hours against 30 waves, getting increasingly harder, as well as the RNG of the spawns changing a little bit every single time you load in. And here you go, have fun. So this is just for after our SSDs, which I think is super cool. Again, if this was a limited time event, I would hate it. but it not being a limited time event, yeah.
Many of you.
What's up, Skins? Again, some people don't even like SSCs to begin with, but it's a tower defense game, you know? Like, at the end of the day, this is a tower defense game, where it takes the absolute, like, most little tiny attention to detail to just account for everything, you know? Wave 8, I believe Wave 8 is another boss wave. Why YouTube? This is because this is a YouTube video, essentially. I was just going ahead and showing my base, and then just like an actual live demo of the base. And this is why I like doing a live demo of the base, is because I wouldn't, in a million years, I missed that. I missed that 100%. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I missed this. Again, I had just like this, and then I had wall launchers, or I had wall darts going like this back to here. This is my original build. I decided to get rid of the wall darts for build space. Right? I decided to get rid of wall darts for the build space. And since I don't, that's what, so the spawn blew this out. Okay, so the spawn blew that out, which is kind of, I need to push that wall back there too. So that's why the other stuff went out the other way. But that right there, like literally what just happened is why I decided to do this on YouTube. Instead of just doing like a 20-minute walkthrough of my base, I figured an actual in-game show you all of the different things that happen, because I would never have accounted for some of the stuff that's happened already on this run. Because you can't account for the stuff that happens in these runs, because it's all RNG and jank. Pop a base down. This is probably the most, like, easy peasy thing right here. Like, this wave, I just want this wave for 30 waves. It's so easy to maintain this. Yeah, and sold it on eBay. I hope that answered your question. Just the tiny little changes, and then just pay attention to what needs to be fixed. Like, know the difference between like a freak accident, like that spawned and blew out those walls. So it's like, okay, remove these walls, put walls further back so spawn doesn't break that. Guess who's in an airport? What's up, Crystal? How's your flight going? Also, the one place that I was able to cut out a lot of builds, my lobber shields. Like, make sure you're not overbuilding your lobber shields like I was. Like I really was. Flight is in 2 hours? Oh, shoot. I thought you were gone all day today. You soloed Frostlight 128 with all 30 waves? Do you have that uploaded? I actually kind of just don't believe that. Like, sorry, no offense. Sorry if that's toxic. But I just don't believe that. Not without proof.
Not so fast.
Don't worry about something. EU gang, worth it? Yeah. Yeah, outdoors, Ziv. Welcome to the stream. I'm definitely not as good as others, but we're working on it. As long as we get better every day. Yeah, I think I am going to end at wave 15 though. Unfortunately, that doesn't give you a true test of the build, but obviously we've encountered a couple little problems that need to be fixed. And that's the thing about this, right? Is you're always just looking how to improve your base. Which is the most fun thing about this game to me, is the actual sitting down and rebuilding and finding problems. Again, I looked at Capsule's build is heavily influenced the design on this right here. And, I mean, I'm hoping it works. We're going to try it again. We'll try that again, and hopefully the husk push over more this way. I think it matters where the peaks actually form. But we'll check again the durabilities after this. Is it a joke? It's impossible? Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, damn. You got mad hacks. You like the Chinese guys hanging out underground to finish it. So many hacks and glitches in this game. It's actually kind of funny. Not hacks, I guess. Just straight glitches. Yeah, we're not having lobs. That's crazy. I had a massive lobber shield here. I had an absolute massive lobber shield here. Like, wholly overbuilt lobber shield. One bar serves a minute behind. Oh god, Crystal. Feels bad, Crystal. It's a good man. Yeah, dude. Every time, dude. Just pay attention to what's going on. You know? Never be afraid to ask how something works, you know? And just feel free to test it yourself or ask somebody to test it. It's impossible to account for every little thing in the game. I did a video showing and talking about floor spikes, and people are like, no, you're wrong because of this. And it's like, well, yeah. And that sucks as a content creator for this game, is that stuff changes so frequently. It's hard to keep up with everything because they don't say stuff in the patch notes. What's up, Tart? How are you today? The bonus stream, the bonus live commentary YouTube live video. Fun note, wave 9 is always here. Wave 4 is always over there where it was. All the war games stuff is on the same wave, as well as the Taker wave. So the Taker wave 11's over there, Taker wave 19's down there. Eventually I'll have like a whole guide for that, but I'm sure there's a million of them out there already. Some Titastic. And also on the fact of the double reload floor spikes, the only team to clear Frost Knight without any floor launchers, I mean, they did it without a single floor launcher. Relied on the double reload floor spikes. Because what happens is the first husk hits it, and then other husks run past it. And I have clips of it happening. Like, they couldn't stream from Twitch and YouTube. I'm not live on Twitch though, Ty. You can't stream both at the same time. And if I streamed this on YouTube, or if I streamed this on Twitch, I have to wait 24 hours before I can cut it and upload it to YouTube. So that's why I decided to stream straight to YouTube. Uploading an hour video with me just sitting there waiting for the waves to pass and like no chat or something would be kind of like completely unwatchable. But I figured it'd probably be best just to just stream on YouTube. Do the first 15 to 20 waves. Here we are, we're east again. Important, I like keeping a note of how many times I hit an amplifier. So this is time 2. And then it's coming back here again, right? So only a few husks got up here. Ow. Only a couple husks got up here as well. We're going to be here for the next 2 waves, so I'm just going to go ahead and banner down. I'm going to start banner now. Who did it without floor launchers? I believe it was Alora, Moth, Jbrooks, and Cavson. It was Alora's group. I'm not sure about Moth. It might have been Rhodes, but I think Cavson was subbing in for Rhodes. I don't know. Rhodes might have been on the field. It was Alora's team, though. All the big dick sweaties. Again, the same people who taught me about the double reload floor spikes. That apparently I'm getting criticized for being wrong. And toxic. Lol. And so wave 11's takers, and it's going to be here as well. So I actually should put this banner back a little tiny bit. Should put it up there on the plateau. Oh, dude, look at that little spot, dude. Little homie just hanging out. He's going to be there all day. But yeah, Ty, you can't do the, you can't, like, there's websites like Restream.io that you could stream to Twitch, or you could stream to restream, and it'll stream on Twitch, on YouTube, on Mixer. You can have it restream 30 times. And some people do that, but it's technically against Twitch's TOS to do that as an affiliate. It used to just be partners; it's affiliates now as well. And then again, any content created on Twitch has to have. Twitch has basically rights for it for 24 hours before you can repost it. So, but literally every single Twitch streamer does it. So, you know. It's one of those things. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put some extra little doors right here. Huh.
Yeah, not possible.
Oh, and somebody in the chat was asking earlier if I had any clears. I don't have any clears, but I've mainly been focused on solos. Mainly focused on doing it solo. I'm sure, because with the RNG. With all the RNG involved. And again, I'm too stubborn. I always bring slow field. I'm too stubborn to do the right thing and bring teleporter. I'll explain teleporter too. Yeah, here, let me go explain teleporter. We're right here again, so I have time to do it. So this is your wave 30, and 3 mini bosses is going to spawn here. So what you want to do is make sure that you clear propane, bridging the gap. So you're not going to ever clear all the propane, but like, you want to clear the propane out from like here, right? Using the teleporter. So that way when if a damage pulse mini boss spawns, he'll only do some damage to the outside and then the internal portion here. You cannot afford to have everything blow out to the top layer. So you need to clear out propane, like kind of with that mentality. You need to clear it out to where it's not going to blow everything up and just mitigate it down to some things up. What do you think is harder, this or Frostnite? Frostnite. Frostnite took a whole team. Took a whole team and like, you know, everybody had to leave their egos at the door. Like, it took a lot. Yeah, I see we got to spawn up here. They will spawn right up here as well. Why are you not using Machinist as main? So, I always find my traps, whenever I run Machinist, I always find my traps with like 4 uses. And I do find that as mega base as well. Sometimes my trap will have like 4 uses left. And it's like, so what's the point of, so what's the point? It's like, if I used Machinist, I would have had 14 uses. Which means I still need to break out the trap and replace it. As another thing, eventually I do want to replace all of my walls to tier 2 walls. And all of my ceilings to tier 2 ceilings. I do want to replace all of that to tier 2 so it's easier to break out, as well as run pickaxe damage inside of my, running pickaxe damage inside of my, whatchamacallit? Ow, my finger. Inside of my, support. So that way I can beat out traps. Because if a trap has less than 30 uses later on, you have to beat it out. Especially, it's always the first couple traps in your tunnel. Your first couple pushers, your first couple delays, your damage traps. You definitely want to make sure if there's super low durability, that's your front line of defense. Those cannot fail. So that's the reason.
Oh, sorry.
And it's infinitely easier to deal with husks or mini bosses with Bull Rush. Rip Machinist Bull Rush streams. We gotta check this. We're 71 uses, really didn't get hit there. We're at 36 uses and 10 uses. Yeah, so like right now, I gotta spend this wave smacking this out so I can replace it for the next time we get attacked here, right? And if this was tier 2, I'm pretty sure it'd already be down. This isn't a wall husks are going to smack, so I don't have to worry about it being tier 3. That's getting like more like advanced stuff that I'll cover after I solo. And then 35 uses will YOLO on that, and then yeah, 30 some uses on all these. But you see what I'm saying? If I was machinist there, I probably still decided to break that out because I only had 11 more uses. I had 22 uses. I probably take the time to break that out as well. Now, for the purposes of the rest of this run, I will not be beating anything out because, again, I do not intend to finish this right now. There we go. Smasher got done in. Smasher kind of made it pretty far. Not even gonna lie, that Smasher kind of made it pretty far. Oh, Gavson freaking. Ooh, Gavson.
We have a break in
Here we're getting, is this Pit Amp? Yeah, Pit Amp.
another wave coming soon.
This Pit Amp, it's funny, this is one of the amplifiers I thought I was gonna have to rework 100 times, and I literally have not had to rework it at all. A repop banner from here on out. Devil Amp North. Devil Amp, so wave 24 is always on Devil Amp. Wave 17 and 24, always on Devil Amp. It's that amp is brutal. Like, not only does it have 3 spawn points, but the north is also just like the hardest place to defend.
Got ya.
I think I figured out a way to stop the mini bots from hitting your structures near your amplifier. I'll test later to confirm. I've heard editing the wall he's about to hit will always make a move, so you just keep editing all the walls. I heard that, if that's what you're talking about. I've been hearing rumors of such glitches. Well, you know what's bullshit? Oh, excuse me, family-friendly YouTube channel, JK. You know what's BS? Is that like all of the husks aggro differently in endurance. Like the bosses and everything just aggro differently. And it just kind of sucks. All right, and now we're at awkward silence. This amplifier is nuts. I think I can get rid of. I think I actually get rid of that trap. So I can get rid of that trap and tile, and I think just place one wall up there, and that'll make them jump down. And then they actually don't ever go over here. That's like stuff like if somebody asked earlier if how to get more build spaces, and that's the stuff I'll start looking to. It's like trimming this, like trimming out this floor right here, trimming these down. That's where I'll look for build pieces later. I like them for now because the husks, like the smashers, will come over here because they want to attack this back wall or something like that. So it's like you're always just kind of looking at like what's getting used the most and like what's kind of just extra. Although nothing in this mode is extra. Oh, hey. The fire husk. Nothing too bad about him getting down. It's actually taking so much longer. Also, I like to be on, at all costs, always just make sure you're ready at the end of the wave. Ready to see which way you have to go, understand, and know how you're getting from amplifier to amplifier. Here, it's just, you know.
Another wave coming soon. Prepare for an attack from the south.
Now, we had no problems here earlier, right? It was the other spawn here that we had problems. So, this is only our second time getting attacked here, so we don't have to worry about our trap durability on that side. So we're going to go make sure that we clean up everything over here that we needed to clean up. Get the extra upgrades on this wall. Those walls should be fine. And then let me go ahead and repost these walls up too. This is where I had them. I had my gas traps connected off that wall. And obviously that wall failed. So I'm assuming that was from them spawning in. Never really seen that before. Oh, here comes mini boss. So we're going to go ahead and grab our spear out. And we're not going to suck at clearing the mini boss this time. We're actually going to get him. That or he's going to be trap vulnerable. Please, please trap vulnerable. Please. Please trap vulnerable. Please. I don't think it's trap vulnerable. Next we're going to look at the mini boss. He is acid pull. So we need to be very careful here how we go about attacking him. That we do it nice, slow, and methodically. And not literally just how I did it. I'm gonna throw a slow field on him. Because we have him right where we want him. We just want to get our shield back. And our health. Oh, Bandit doesn't heal. Whoops. Probably regen more health. Yep. Yep. Feels acid pulls, man. How far have you gotten solo? Wave 25. Wave 25, I died to player error, though. Got the clip. Next time you're on YouTube, ask for the clip. You will see.
I've got it.
Oh, almost got him. Almost got him. I don't think I'm going to be able to get him down there in time. He's not damage pulse, so we don't have to worry. He's not damage pulse, right? Oh, no, 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 no. No, he's damage pulse. No, he's damage pulse. No. Why wasn't I paying attention?
Yeah, not possible.
Why? And this is why you don't revive early, right? So because I revive early, I wasted my revive earlier, and I wouldn't have wasted the revive other than I was trying to demo something. You never use your revive so you can take care of that boss right there. Like that was the I need to revive right now to get the husk into lava because he is damage pulse and he's going to blow up my propane. Also note, damage pulse, if I hit him, he hits the objective, right? Well, he's supposed to hit the objective. Wait, he doesn't damage pulse me now as I'm sitting here shooting him, but he damage pulse. Shut up, game. So we could go ahead and rebuild all that, but we're not going to. That's what I would spend the rest of this wave doing. I have 50 seconds. I'd just go ahead and rebuild all that. It sucks. But oh, I should have just let him beat. And that's the thing. That's again because I'm not like really committed to this run, and I know I'm going to just end it at some point. Like that's the stuff you need to not do. Those types of mental lapses right there will end runs. Again, if I was like seriously committed and not just showing this for YouTube, that is a huge bummer because again, I didn't even read the boss modifiers. I literally just saw acid pulls and thought I was fine. I would have assumed there was propane in here that he would have blown if he was damage pulsed, but I have a mental error, and now I would either be spending more mats and making this run more expensive or failing because of it. So again, we'll ignore that for as long as we can. Well, guess what? We're getting the wave 15. Unless wave 15 comes there. Which I don't know if wave 15 does go there. I don't remember ever seeing a wave 15 there. It might, though. I'm bad, though. Can you get some herbs? No, thank you. I like my herbs. What's up, Mister? Best gun to destroy the... Yeah, the Eomon. So... You run 3 of them, right? Oh, Skins, this is why. That right there is how I lost my solo. Is because I couldn't put my 3 Eomons on. And I got the UFOs all down. I killed all the UFOs. All 5 of them. But I never got my base down. I was out of position at the start of the wave. Oh, it went bad. It went bad. But yeah, all you're going to do is shoot, swap, shoot, swap. Not do that, and then shoot, swap, and then... And that's how you're going to take out the UFOs. It's the 3 of those. You can do it solo, squad, whatever. You always want... If you're running with a group, you need 2 people shooting the UFO. You don't need a third. It definitely helps, but you need 2 shooting. In solos, you could just take care of it like that. Yeah, no, Skins, I was panicking so hard I actually literally couldn't slot my weapons. Okay, I'll do the quest. I stream every day over on Twitch. Usually playing with viewers. As of late, I've been doing a lot more with Frost Knight. I'll start stacking up some extra impact. That one go off, and then that one should boop them. Boop! Boop! He actually... You're Dumbo. And again, all I would do actually in that situation is try to drop my slow field. Yeah. Yeah, if you come over to Twitch, and I could demonstrate how to farm. A lot of newer players don't understand that farming is actually a skill in the game. As weird as that sounds, farming is literally a skill. Yeah, they broke through that one that I said they would earlier, which is fine. He was just gonna get thrown away. Just gotta throw him back around. We need to go deal with him. Longer range weapons are definitely better. Actually, we just gotta clear this wall. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, pretty unlucky with the RNG. I might have to redo that tunnel. That is one weakness I have on this build right now, is that I am having all sorts of issues on this run right now. Excuse me. Oh, we have propane below. Yeah, kind of unlucky. Kind of unlucky. I don't know why the propane blew. No boss this wave. Ouch. Had a really rough go. So you have bad RNG like that. This is something that you are going to have to deal with playing the game, is the bad RNG of just propane blowing up. Like, whoops, Hus didn't like whatever you did, wherever you were standing. I did just restructure this 2 timeout boxes, so it may have something to do with that. I couldn't imagine the timeout boxes aggroing a propane. You did change the wall darts? Yeah.
Another wave coming soon.
And this is where our run ends. Unfortunately, I'm not taking this run seriously. So, this is where we end. Unfortunately, we got the Smasher Wave here. This tunnel does handle the Smasher Wave. Damage Pulse Boss said otherwise. And again, and then the random propane blowing up. Wow, that That was an ugly turn of events, but this is my build. Again, this build was able to make it to wave 25 solo, 29 group. Both ended to player errors. Oh, I should have let them just finish the base, honestly. I should have let them finish the base, but... any questions, comments, concerns? If you guys want to keep up with the build changes as I do them, I will be posting over, or I will be streaming this basically every day on Twitch, at least for a few hours first thing in the morning. For anybody who's here from Twitch, I am trying to get to more like actual games rather than just the endurance runs, but the endurance runs are the most fun thing in the game. And that's Longhouse is in chat. Longhouse, you've seen that before though, this random propane blows. I'm actually gonna go look at that tunnel really quick. Hang on. We're gonna have bonus action for the end of the stream. Yeah, Rip Perk. Yeah, you're right. Copy of the quest. I stream on Twitch every morning, guys. This is I do not stream on YouTube, other than the fact that I'm specifically trying to put a video out that would be long otherwise, and instead of doing it and then like trying to like make up commentary as I go, I would rather go ahead and just stream it here, so I don't have to make up content. I can sit here and talk to chat, kind of look at things, and this is cool. Like, we found a couple little problems, a couple little missteps, because again, I did just do a pretty big overhaul to my base. Like, kind of all the most of the tunnels are the same, just a couple little different things I decided to do. So because of that, you will encounter these issues. And that's why I always tell people small incremental changes, because you don't want to make a huge change and then see that propane blowout, like that propane blowout. I'm not going to go ahead and freak out about that tunnel unless I see that blowout happen again. Because that's what a lot of people do, is they see one blowout and they're like, oh my god, what did I do wrong? What's the matter? And bro, it's just RNG, man. The game's gonna do what it's gonna do. I've seen that tunnel do freaking wave 27 before. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. You changed the build and it's gone, yeah. Always that amp? I've seen a couple blowouts here. I might end up reworking it. And again, whenever I do clear this, I will post that here on YouTube so you guys can see the changes. And I will do a follow-up guide with like this base completed it. This base can complete it. But I am still playing around the RNG elements of the game. Check see summer event starts tomorrow? Yes.
We're ready to expand again. When you're ready to start
What perks do I use on my wall lights or wall darts?
Shield from the storm shield.
My wall darts are one of each. Damage, reload, crit rating, crit damage, durability. So luckily the amplifiers that we had issues on are literally right next to each other. It's gonna make this a pretty quick fix. We did see the little bit of leakage here. We saw a little bit of leakage here. We're going to ignore it because it's Devil's North, and guess what? Stuff's leaking on Devil's North. See, I haven't split up. They keep busting through this. I might change this tunnel system up a little bit, because this wall being punched out is a problem I have. It's never enough leakage to make it worth building around. I wonder what caused this in here. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna end up closing this off and then just adding some floor traps up there. And just let them walk out. I also might close this side tunnel system down as well. I might just let them walk straight through. And then just do an elongated timeout box here. Longhouse, do you see anything here that would have triggered the propane? That's weird. Because I saw the lobs and I was like, oh, hey, lobber shield went out. What? Like, lobber shield going out, big problem. Propane blowing up, small problem. Again, huge mental error here with the boss. Huge mental error here with the boss. But we also did have the other problem. Yeah, see? See, I used to have a row of wall darts here. And because I took that down, I YOLO. We'll just do the 2 walls. No, what? Yeah, and then that spawn just broke all this. Again, I've done 20 or 30 waves here. You know, maybe more. I never saw those gas traps come down like that. So I'm actually just not going to go off of that whatsoever. That one looks fine. Yeah, that was just freak accident. It's important just to know. Well, yeah, what's a freak accident, what isn't. Actually, we're going to do this like this too. Yeah, again, I used to have all wall darts right here, and I finally got rid of them. I'm probably going to get rid of those wall darts. Although, I mean, we did the wave in those gas traps, like, I mean, granted it was an earlier wave, but those gas traps didn't do anything wrong. Like, those gas traps obviously died at the very start. And we had no issues. So if I need more builds, this will be the first thing I take out. Seeing a successful wave where one smasher makes it through because he's elemental, I'm completely fine with. You have to move him one more tile on the other side. Move what one more tile? Wait. Wait a second. Waiting for the intel. Are you talking about the little change I just did right here? The wall launchers? Oh, on north? Or over here. Wait, on north or where I was? I think you mean north. F north in my opinion, or my thing. Bridge north. You mean move him over one more? No, I can't move him over one more because of the bomb. She would know that, so... Or I could do them opposite. Previous amp south. Previous amp south. Oh, no. Longhouse. I have issues with my amplifier. I have issues. I have floating traps. This is the only thing I've found that works. This is, yep, this is it. Maybe you've seen them. This is the only thing I've found that works. I have literally like a billion floating traps right here. There's all floating traps underneath and behind those. Yeah, I have a lot of issues in my storm shield. Let's see, right here. This whole thing is basically floating here. All these on the outside. So, and these are the these are the little incremental changes that you want to make. Again, I decided to take down a row of wall darts, and it turns out that row of wall darts was what was stopping Flinger from going over to this side. So, like, those are the little things you need to start looking for and not caring about. And again, I'm keeping mental note of the fact that when this got blown out from a spawn, the only thing we had was our gas traps came down and nothing else changed. Did Moth show you how to put traps in the ground? No, I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to use that. That's a little too... maybe. One day I might use it. Devil's North pisses me off enough. I'll use it. But anyways, guys, this is for the YouTube video, so I do need to cut this pretty short here. Thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you for everybody watching. Hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to show off your base, for players who have shown off their base in the future, I will maybe do like a showcase of people's bases, maybe run duos with them and check out their base, how their base is working. Super cool to check out other people's bases and see what they're building. So if you guys do want me to check out your base, swing over on Twitch. No problems showing those off a bit more, because it's super fun to look at people's bases and like kind of source ideas and stuff from, you know. But anyways, guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace.